Well, I'll tell you, well, good morning. I was gonna say, I'll tell you guys, this trailer turned out pretty nice. New wheels and tires, these removable fenders. Got the winch on it today. I might not need it, and I'll tell you why. But this is kind of a runaround week. Week before 4th of July. Not too much going on. I can't believe that trailer hasn't moved in a month now, but not complaining because I got work for it. 7.3 sitting over there, taking the mega cab today. All right, so today we're helping a customer of mine out. We're moving, I think it's a 65 GTO in-up type deal. Going from, it's kind of like say the Baltimore area up to Philadelphia. I didn't book that much work knowing I was going into vacation. When I say vacation, I'll be going like Saturday to Tuesday or something for the 4th of July. So it's not real long, but I didn't book a whole lot knowing that there'd be some things that come up, and if I can be closer to him, what I can really do is put chapstick on, apparently, is what I can do is get ready for the following week, which will be the week after the 4th of July. Kind of get things all geared up, get everything completely done in maintenance. You know, if something needs, I gotta get a tire, an extra spare, just things like that that I can have ready to go, and then hit the ground running for a couple weeks, and then I have another vacation after that, which is a week-long vacation. So I'm trying to pile as much as I can in the time I have, because summer gets a little tough. It is nice to be able to just, you know, take days off or take weeks off to go on vacation with family, but now think about lost revenue, and customers still need work done, so I got to find a way to, if I'm not going to be there, a way to help them out. So I am just going to go grab this 67 and run it up to Philly real quick. That's why we're bringing the small trailer. Nothing special. And I also had all intentions of keeping the Gator trailer that I have. My plan was, since I have this new trailer, was to be able to completely tear it apart, replace everything. Everything but probably the axles. So springs, brakes, rewire it, replace some boards, and completely give this thing a makeover. And that was my plan until, you know, I got this new trailer, and that Gator has just sat. It's like, it comes down to I'm only one person, and I have a bad problem, which I'm trying to fix, is having all this equipment and only being one person. It's nice to have a backup truck, but I don't need 2 backup trucks. I don't need 3 backup trucks. I don't need 5 trailers if I'm only one person. And my thing is, I have a guy, I posted it for sale. I have a guy that wants to come tonight to buy it, and I'm over here now, and I'm thinking to myself, like, do I really want to sell it? And it just comes to a point, it's just going to sit around. I'd rather take that money and have that money and put it somewhere else, and, you know, put that in the maintenance fund or whatever it may be, than have an asset that's just sitting there and essentially collecting dust. This guy comes tonight, and he already made me an offer. If he sticks to that offer, it's gone. Got the title sitting right here in the sun visor, and it'll be gone. So the only thing after that is going to be getting rid of the single cab, and I don't know, I might trade that in. So that would mean I would have another truck, but it'd be a usable truck. I don't really like the single cab. I mean, it made complete sense. I kind of kick myself for buying that, because it made complete sense when I bought it, because I spent 0 time over the road. 0. So every night. And when I did go out of town, which was maybe 1 night or 2 nights a month, I would just get a hotel, which was fine. You know, now I'm doing these weeks where 2 and 3 nights a week I'm on the road. It makes sense to have a crew cab. So sometimes I kick myself for not buying an 18 crew cab, just regular pickup, being a dually. because those were the last of the good years of the Cummins, and kind of kick myself for that, but you know, it is what it is. That truck made its money. All it does is sit now, so it needs to go. And honestly, I've been looking at stuff to trade it in on, and I really haven't come across anything I want, because you guys know how picky I am with just running some older equipment now, and I don't really want anything newer. So finding something to be able to trade that in on that I'm going to be happy with, you know, finding an older truck that's rust-free, not so beat up. I'm not going to buy something that needs a ton of work, if that makes sense. So it's not costing me anything sitting there, so why would I buy another project when I don't need another project? Because at the end of the day, it's just another backup truck. And I say just another backup truck, but that truck would be a truck that I would throw somebody in to run loads for me, like my dad, you know, has weeks off during the summer sometimes, and you know, he'll retire one day, and it'd be nice to have a truck where he can just hop in, or you know, you can find a buddy to help me do whatever on a Saturday if I just need an extra driver. I have a truck I can let somebody use to help me, you know, instead of making them use their own truck or whatever they may not have a truck, whatever situation may be. But let's get down here to Baltimore. Let's get this GTO picked up. Alrighty, we have made it to Baltimore Freightliner. I'm sitting out front currently. About to go over here and get an ice luge. It's hotter than the devil's you know what out there. I'm waiting on this rollback to get here to swap the car he's got on his truck, swap that off and put it on my trailer. I guess he was bringing his truck up here to drop it off for repairs or something, and said he'd meet me here, which saves me probably at least an hour from going to Southern Maryland each way, which is real nice. So wait on him here, kind of getting into a spot to wait maybe where he can back right up to me and just be out of the way for right now. Beautiful. He's just gonna drop it here in the road, and I'm just gonna winch it up on my trailer from there. Well, ain't much left of this old girl. Ooh. Well, I'm guessing I'm in the right spot. I've got a bunch of old cars here. It's just tight, so I don't know. I just called the guy. I said, did I pull in the right spot? He said, I'll see you in a second, so I don't know if that means I did or not. It is so creepy out here. If I remember, I will put a screenshot of what the radar looks like. You know, on a radar, you got green, you got yellow, you got red. Then when it starts to get into colors like purple, that's when you should start to get a little worried. And there it is, purple heading right for where I am. I just got a tornado warning on my phone. And thankfully I'm in Maryland, so I mean, they do happen, but not like crazy scary F5s, whatever they get in the Midwest, but still, a little bit of an uneasy feeling. Well, we can hopefully kiss this thing goodbye. Guy's here to hopefully take this with him here. Well, good luck to my dude getting into Hotshot. That gator is all his now. Bye-bye she goes. All right, and let me just say this. I pretty much ran that trailer, what, 3 years? Into the ground. Needs brake work, wiring work, 2 tires, and those as high as the market is right now, that trailer's like 20,000 new right now. And essentially, I paid nothing to run that trailer for 3 years, other than maintenance, because I got what I paid for it out of it in the condition that it was in. And the guy knew it was in that condition. The guy drove all the way from Connecticut. We had a conversation on the phone. I said, this is what it needs. I said, it's, you know, $7,500 trailer. If I fix everything on it, it's gonna be like a $10,000 plus trailer. So he's like, no, I got a guy, I can do all of it. I'm gonna, you know, redo the wiring, rewire it, paint it, and put tires and stuff on it, and then I'll run it. He said it's a fair price, so we agreed on it. The lights were working on my trailer, or my truck, weren't working on his truck, got it working, and he's headed back to Connecticut. So he came, he paid in cash, and everyone's happy, so we'll take it. Well, look at this funky thing we're picking up. 67 Land Rover. Here's your AC. Goofy thing. Definitely neat though. Well, I was gonna hop out here and explain to you what I'm doing and why I have this random car behind me, but I just shut my truck off and realized there's a reefer beside me. So I'll explain in here so you can, I know I don't have tire pressure sensors, okay? 3 beeps, 4 beeps, 5 beeps, no, just 4. Okay, so I am taking this thing is pretty cool actually. It's a 1967 Land Cruiser Savannah, Safari, something. But this is going, so let me back up. I need to get to Rochester, New York. A friend of mine has, I may have already explained this, a extra axle, like a pin-on or a flip axle for a lowboy. He bought one from a drilling company up in Rochester, outside of Rochester, New York, kind of in the middle of nowhere. And he's busy and he's going on vacation, so he asked me and said, can you know, what would it cost me for you to run up there and get it for me? If you remember at the beginning of this week, I was like, I didn't plan anything knowing 4th of July is coming. So I was like, you know what, I can do it for you. I'll run up there. I'll just, I'll find something to take up that way. So good job. I was like, hopped on the board. This is, I think he asked me on like Monday or something. So I hopped on the board, kind of looking, because from where we are to Rochester, there's not much moving. And then I guess I want to say it was maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I saw this vehicle on the board posted by Montway, and I was like, okay, I've had good success with Montway. I was like, I'll hop on ship.cars is what they use for their dispatching, and they had it delivering in Rochester. But when you went into the notes, it said delivering in some town in Pennsylvania. And I was like, that's weird. And I was like, that's because they can't get it moved. They're trying to get someone on that route to stop and deliver it. So I was like, let me look up this town. I did. I'm like, wow, that's why. It's off 81, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the mountains. It's at a lake. And I'm like, that's why they can't get it moved. I was like, I saw the price, and I'm like, you know, on ship.cars and Montway, you can bid. You can submit a counter offer. I was like, if I'm gonna do it, it's right on my route. If I'm gonna do it, let's make it worth my time. So I submitted a bid that was twice what they had it posted for. And within 10 minutes, they accepted it. So that turned out pretty well. And that's why I have it on the single car. That's why I'm in the mega cab. I just trying to bring the easiest setup to get in here, get this thing dropped off, and then scurry up to Rochester from there, because it's still another 3-hour ride. Okay, so this is paying double what anything going to Rochester is paying, going half the distance. And I'm getting 14.5 miles per gallon. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this thing. I'm gonna hop out. I'm actually here in, I think this is Dorrance at the Blue Ridge Blue Ridge Travel Plaza, I think it is. I stop here all the time. Nice little mom and pop place. So this thing is pretty nifty. I mean, there ain't much to it. Like I said, there's your AC. It's just air coming in through those vents. Get your little wiper motor sitting right there. Typical Land Cruiser seats. But I want to say it's a 67 is what the listing said. Obviously this is not in English, but I don't see a date. It's got a VIN number. But, ooh, almost tripped. A little trailer hitch on it. Santana. Land Rover Santana, not Savannah. But there she is. Neat little ride. So we'll get this delivered up to this lake property, and then we'll scurry up to Rochester. I don't know if I'll get a hotel for the night, stay in the truck, what I may do. I've got things to do both. So just gonna go in here and maybe get a snack. Really just stop to check the straps, and we'll continue down the road.